Okay, y'all, story time to how I realized that speaking in tongues isn't gibberish. Okay, boom. So we about to travel way back in time to when I was a little kid. So when I was younger, my grandma, she used to speak in tongues. We used to go to church, and she used to always like be speaking in tongues. I knew what it was because I knew she wasn't speaking English. But I'm like, Grandma, what are you talking about? And now I'll never forget. I told her, Grandma, stop. And then the lady, she was an usher. She was like, don't tell her to stop. She has the Holy Spirit. She will stop, whatever, woo, woo, woo. I'm like, girl, you don't know my grandma. But okay, I'm going to listen to you because you making sense and she ain't listening to me. So, boom. I always thought speaking in tongues was weird. I ain't going to lie, because like, what is that for real? And then when I got older, I got baptized. I was like 20 or 19. And I got baptized. And when I got baptized, don't you know, I came up out that water speaking in tongues. I'm like, what in the world? Like, my mouth was just going and going and going like 100 miles per hour. In my brain, I'm like, girl, what is you doing? Girl, stop. Like, I was literally in my brain like normal. Like, how I'm talking to y'all right now, that's how it was in my brain. But like, my mouth was like, I'm like, yeah, no, never again. And I told God, I was like, I never want to do that again. Like, why would you do that to me? Like, I don't want to do that. Like, no, I don't want that. Like, that's weird. Like, no, like, I'm not controlling myself. What is going on? Fast forward till the end of 2023, right? So I ain't gonna lie, like, your girl was going through it. Like, she was just having problems after problems after problems after problems. And like, I ain't gonna lie, like, I mean, who don't? Like, I feel like everybody had the moments where they suffer from depression, right? So I was just having one of them moments, and I'm just like, dang, life is just lifing, right? So then I'm just kind of like, I told God, I was like, you know what? I want to speak in tongues again. I'm like, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. So I want something. I want to know you with me. I want to know you here. Like, I want to know I'm not struggling alone. So I got in the shower and I'm like, God, I will pray in this shower and I won't stop until I speak in tongues. Like, I won't leave this shower until I speak in tongues. So I'm praying. I'm in the shower praying for 30, 45 minutes, probably way longer than that. Y'all, so right when I got fed up because I felt like God wasn't listening to me and I was about to hop my butt out that shower. Tell you why my mouth was like, my mouth was going and I could not stop. And I'm like, oh my God, like, you listen, like, what? Like, you real. What's so funny is, like, I speak in tongues now and it still catch me off guard. It's like, dang, like, I thought speaking in tongues is kind of like gibberish, even though I did it before, but it was just like, I don't know, that don't count. But it's like, I thought speaking in tongues kind of like gibberish, like goo goo gaga. And like, no, like when you speak in tongues, like you can't control it. Like, you don't know what you about to say. Like, you know, you can predict what you about to say. Like, when you speak in tongues, you cannot predict what you about to say at all. Like, it's really like, it just flows out of your mouth like, I don't know, it flows out of your mouth like vomit. It really just goes to show you, like, God is so real. He's so real and he listens. And, like, right when you ready to give up, right when you reach your breaking point, that's right when God, like, hits you with your miracle. Like, that's right when God give you your breakthrough. And you realize, like, you can't do this all alone. And you need God. And like when you sick and tired of being sick and tired and you just surrender and you just allowing him to take the wheel, that's when all your blessings come to pass. And that's when you gotta thank God at that moment that like you do listen. The things that I do does not go unnoticed. And I know all this hardship that I'm going through is just for a season. It's just for the moment. It's just so I could be able to prevail in the future. It's just so that I know what I went through doesn't last forever. And I know if I go through it again, that it won't last as bad as it went. And I know I have the wisdom to deal with what I have dealt with before. And I just love God because of that. And he's just like, he always shows up when you least expect it. When you lose all expectations, that's when he comes and surprises you. And I suppose that's when what a miracle is. It's just unexpected. But y'all, I just love me some God so much. Oh, and another thing, that just shows that God pops up on his timing and not ours. Because I said, even though he popped up on me when I said when I get out the shower or whatnot, if I would have like got irritated even earlier, like I probably would have never spoken tongues. Like, honestly, you got to give God some grace. Like, give God some grace so he can have time to perform the miracles that you want in your life. Like, sometimes we be rushing God, and it's like, you don't even want nobody to rush you. When folks be rushing you, you be forgetting your wallet, you be forgetting your keys, you be forgetting your ID. So don't rush God. Allow him to take his time with you. Like, please, have grace on God and have grace on others and yourself. So, yeah, I just want y'all to know that everything happens in God's timing. And even though we like co-creators, he's the actual creator. So understand that, yeah, what the lifestyle that you want, understand that God gonna have to provide the lifestyle that you want. And you gonna have to work on his timeline, not yours.